So we know at this point, because she's now got the delegates, it will be Kamala Harris, who will be the Democratic nominee. Obviously, a very historic moment. So, what is y'all's three reaction to that and to what's happened in the last, is it 24, 36 hours since it became obvious that she was going to be the nominee?
As I mentioned before, I was kind of on the side of you got to run Biden, and Biden gets elected, he hands the keys over to Kamala. I thought that was going to be the plan, right? But like I said, the groundswell of support that I've seen for her has convinced me otherwise. I think that she is the candidate. Like, she raised like $100 million in like 2 days. Like,
Was it the most in
yeah,
Democratic history?
yeah,
The first day was the most. Yes.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And like 62% of contributors were like first time contributors. Like, so she's got a movement behind her, man. And I think that that's something that I've always disliked about the Democratic Party, and is that I feel like they prioritize white voters that they haven't won over more than their base, right? Like, that's something that I've always disliked about them. Like, when we had the election 2020 and we saw how black voters in Detroit and Milwaukee and Atlanta flipped those states blue, the conversation was, oh no, Democrats, we're losing our grip with working class white people. And I hated that. Instead of commending the black voters who got out there and made that change, right? And the thing about it is this: the Democratic Party has not won the white vote since 1968. And it's very clear why, because the Civil Rights Act of 64 and the Civil Rights Act of 1968. Like, when Lyndon Baines Johnson signed that Civil Rights Act of 1968, he said, "I fear the Democratic Party has lost the South for a generation," and he vastly underestimated that. They lost the South forever after that. You're right. The South red as fuck is going to always be red as fuck. But there's a part of me that is enjoying how now it looks like the Democratic Party is leaning into their constituency, leaning into how they are a black and brown, that is the foundation of their voting base. So I'm interested in the step that the Democratic Party is taking forward here.
Yeah, I am too, Tyler. I have my feelings. I'm a registered Democrat as well, and I think only one time I've crossed party lines, and I stand by that it was a state election here.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, I'm a Democrat essentially by default, because I am black, because I am a middle class citizen, because I am a woman. So majority of the things that they push for fall to people like me. I think they're a little too soft most times. This whole "we gotta be high" is bullshit. They're not being high about any fucking thing. And sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire. Sometimes people need to get punched in the fucking face. I stand by that. I don't care. I'm gonna die. Put that on my grave. Sometimes people need to get punched in the motherfucking face, because that's just the truth, right? You could be the kindest, goodest people get shitted on more than the bullies sometimes. So sometimes you gotta be the bully and you gotta fight back. And they don't do it enough for me. But until we have more than a two-party system, because currently that's what we have, that's who I align with. So when this all happened, I went through an array of emotions. I'm not going to even lie to you. I was immediately dejected. I was scared. The fear just struck. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what is going to happen? Because I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know how, because obviously it was going to be Kamala. Who else was it going to be in such a short period of time? And the fear of how this was going to go really, struck me, because this country is not prepared for that. They're not prepared for a Black woman being in power. But once you started seeing the donations, how they were rolling out, once you started seeing delegates roll out one by one, I slowly became optimistic. And then I was on that call, that they had on Sunday with Donna Brazil and others. And then I became empowered. You know what I'm saying? So I've gone through an array of emotions. I think yesterday I went through a situation of, concern, because, now the narrative is, oh, she was a whore back in the day and she ain't got no kids. They're gonna find something. They're gonna find something to disrespect a Black woman. And as a Black woman, I have to watch that. And so now it's a concern in terms of what do I have to see people like me go through. And let's stop this whole like she's not black. Y'all ethnicity and nationality and race be beating y'all's ass. Ethnicity, nationality, and race be beating y'all's ass. Jamaican is not a fucking race. Okay, please stop with the fucking bullshit. I am tired. Go to maybe not Google anymore because Google be on some bullshit too, but just find out what the fuck the three things mean. Okay, the lady is an Asian woman and a black woman. Whether the fuck you want to agree with me or not, that's the truth, right? So, and at the end of the day, you think that the Republicans are going to push her to be anything other than black? That works in their favor. So we have to treat her as a black woman, even if you don't think that she's a black woman. And so my concern now is just how she's going to be treated, because of course her records, that there's a lot of misinformation going around, is being toted. You know, her alleged past is being toted, and I worry about how that's going to affect her. But I'm also confident that she knew that all of these things were going to happen and that she's prepared for the fight. And then also, you know, we got her back because, you know, Black woman had that one call on Sunday, Black men had that call last night, and we raised so much money for her. And I'm starting to see, you know, white people get in line, the Swifties. Y'all gonna make me like Taylor Swift now. I gotta listen to her music.
Taylor Swift, no, you ain't gotta listen to music, but she kind of cool, bro. When you get
no, it's not that I don't like Taylor Swift. Y'all be putting a little bit too much on her music. It's not seasoned enough for me. Beautiful gowns, okay, beautiful gowns. But I don't know.
Kind person, very good. Nice. Yeah, very kind nice person, human.
Very nice. Can't do the. I will listen. Agreed. I will nod my head to all the blood rush away to since you've been gone. If y'all get this lady in the White House, okay, I'm just saying.
I'm not under the illusion that, you know, white people that are Democrats aren't racist too. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so same. I was wondering if, you know, they were going to support as well. Like, are the Democrats ready for a black woman in power? You know what I mean? And the, you know, the donations obviously, you know, prove that, you know, it seems like they are. So that's what I was worried about. I'm just like, yo, who's a VP candidate? Let's get us a real, I'm telling y'all in the group chat, real sharp-faced Colin Cowherd looking motherfucker. You know what I
mean? and he should come from a swing state.
Well, yeah, he got,
in my opinion, he got to come from a swing state.
We need one of them to balance it out because, you know, there's going to be some that definitely aren't, you know, we got to balance that shit out. So, yeah, that's why I met with it. But, you know, I was go ahead. What's you saying?
I was just gonna say, John said if there's an angle of more than 45 degrees, we gotta get
it mathematical. Pull out the Pythagorean theorem, go back to geometry. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get really mathematical. Find a very funny trapezoid face ass nigga. You know what I mean? The Americans love a sharp faced white man. You know what I mean? Get him the VP and see what we can do, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
sharp faced white man.
You know, I'm not under illusion that Democrats don't have, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, like you said, like Reeta said, I'm a Democrat by default. You know what I mean? Not because I'm in love with the party, because, you know, if I were to vote the other way, you feel me? I'd be
because do you see these motherfuckers on the other side? Because
it's fuck them, but motherfuck the other side. That's where I'm at with it. So for folks that feel that way, you know, I'm there with y'all. But yeah, so we'll see if the nation as a whole, you know, but I feel like the Democrats have shown, at least through donations, that, you know, they really are backing her. So
forget about what the calendar says. Football season is right around the corner, and that means Best Ball Week at DraftKings isn't far behind. Here's what you need to know. DraftKings Best Ball Millionaire Contest is their biggest fantasy contest ever. We're talking 15 million guaranteed prize pool with two millionaires being crowned for first and second place.
If you're a set it and forget it type, then Best Ball is for you. No waiver wires, no roster management, bigger roster so injuries won't end your season. Only the draft, and that's it. You're set for the season. And $15 million in prize money is no joke. Still not convinced? Check this out. This year, DraftKings is offering everyone a Draft One, Get One special. Your $20 entry fee scores you a bonus ticket.
Get ready for Best Ball Week at DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app and use code Jenkins. That's code JENKINS, Jenkins, for all customers who enter the NFL Best Ball $15 million millionaire contest to get a bonus ticket. only during Best Ball Week, only on DraftKings.